Welcome back, guys. Malik here, and I'm lucky enough to be joined once again by the one and only commissioner of the Overwatch League, Nate Nanzer. Nate, how's it going? We got to do another one.
Good. How you doing?
Usual. You doing good?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. What's up, Twitch chat?
Well, what's up, y'all? Let those sevens fly. Anyways, let's start with 2018. Now that all the dust is settled, how did the inaugural season measure up in your standards?
It was pretty awesome, I think. The thing that I think we're most proud of in the inaugural season is the amazing community that we've built of fans. I think it's so cool to see the fandom that's popped up all over the world. I travel a lot, and the fact that multiple times in different cities in the U.S., in China, and Europe, I've just been out and about in the world to see people wearing Overwatch League jerseys, Overwatch League hoodies, all that stuff. It's so cool to see. And the community in general, I think it's just been amazing to see the fandom come together, and really proud of that we've built this group, and really excited to bring it to 8 more cities this year. That's
crazy. You've actually been seeing stuff as you're globetrotting too, man. Like that's the impact.
My favorite moment we saw, we were in Beijing earlier this year. And just randomly, we're at the Great Wall of China, as one does. And there was a guy with the Shanghai Dragons jersey, just a guy. Just walking on the Great Wall. It was awesome.
That's so cool, man. All right, well, last year, the league was up to what, 12 teams? We had 12 teams up last year. This year, we've expanded up to 20 teams, with 4 of those teams in China. So what's the key to reaching so many different fans in so many different places?
Well, Overwatch is a global game, and you know it's important to us to be able to reach fans all over the world. And you know, China is a hugely important market for us. We have an amazing community of fans there, and it was a great opportunity to bring in 3 additional great ownership groups in 3 amazing cities in China. Also excited about the other 5 teams we're bringing in. 2 teams from Canada, which is amazing. Giving some love to our friends up north. Atlanta, which is an amazing city. DC, a place that I lived for a long time. It's really cool to bring these new teams in and give more opportunities for fans to have a home team.
Indeed, indeed. And, you know, we talked a little bit about the structure of the 2019 schedule. And we've noticed there's a lot more break time between the stages. So what was kind of the reasoning behind you giving us that time?
Yeah, so we spent a lot of time in the offseason talking to players, team owners, coaches, general managers, et cetera. Just, you know, really high-level questions, broad questions. What do we do right? What do we do wrong? What do you want to see us do differently? And the schedule that you see for 2019 is the result of those conversations. You know, we despite what you might think, Twitch chat, we do listen. And we really wanted to make sure that players had more breaks throughout the season. That was something that we heard consistently, both an opportunity to just rest, but also an opportunity to make sure that they have more chances to work on new strats, game plan for particular teams. And so we're going to create more breaks this season. The other thing that happened last year a little bit that we want to see happen more, and I think the breaks will facilitate that, is teams, because we're all in LA, fans don't get to interact with them as much, but teams have a chance to actually travel to the home city. Last year it was really cool. Houston, flew back during one of the breaks and did a fan meet and greet. Dallas did that. So we want to have more opportunities for teams to do those types of activities to bring the players back, whether it's during the All-Star break, whether it's during a stage break, and have a chance to interact with the fans back home.
Right. And, 1 week was kind of a short time to be able to do that, so now they can do that.
Especially when, in that 1 week, they also needed to learn a new patch and a new map pool and all of that. So, I think to the layperson, I think they just see, they're pro gamers, like it's just a game, like all this stuff. But there is so much that goes into preparation for every single matchup. These players work so hard, and we want to make sure that our schedule allows them to perform their best whenever they're called upon on stage.
Right. And you talk about the teams going home and interacting with fans. You've always said you wanted to see the league move beyond Los Angeles and head, out on the road. But I don't think anyone imagined it happening this year. So what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it's super exciting. I mean, just so everyone knows, like the number one thing that we're working on at the league office is all I think about before I go to bed. It's the first thing I think about when I get up in the morning. is getting our teams into their home markets and getting to what we want to do, what the vision for the Overwatch League is, which is full home and away.
Right.
Every game is played in a home stadium. And what we're really excited to do is take the first step on that journey to realizing that vision this year. And we're going to play a handful of matches in a few home cities this year. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be traveling. I don't know if we're going to bring Brennan's Sideshow. We might.
Just don't unleash that terror on the town.
No, it's going to be great. We have an announcement plan for next week.
Okay.
So stay tuned with a little more details on that. But home games, it's a thing.
All right. Yo, you guys heard it here first. All right, so last year there was a lot of outcry from fans about how live patches were online, but were different here in the league, at the Blizzard Arena. So will we see any changes on that going into next year?
I travel all over the world, and I get on panels where I talk to people who have never played video games about what esports is. It's like a part of my job these days. And one of the things I get asked a lot is, what makes a game an esport? What's most important to turn a game into an esport? And my answer is usually a game development team that's excited about esports and wants to support esports. It's the most important thing. And we are so lucky at the Overwatch League to have Team 4 back at Blizzard, the Overwatch team, amazing partner to us, and has done so much work to enable what we do on the Overwatch League, and more work planned in the future that they're hard at work on. And this is one of the areas that we've spent a lot of time partnering with the Overwatch game team during the offseason to get our schedule more aligned. And the goal is we're going to try our best. Live game development, things happen.
Of course.
But we're going to try our best to make sure that we're patching in between each stage, and that players have an opportunity to both prep for those patches and be ready. But that Overwatch League, when you tune in, that we're playing on as close to live as we possibly can. I think that's really going to be our guiding principle in 2019 and beyond, is to get them as aligned as we possibly can.
And I imagine with the longer breaks, there'll be a little bit more flexibility to make sure that happens.
Yeah, we hope. And again, no promises. Things change, but that is absolutely our goal, is to get it as aligned as best we can. And we have a good plan in place, and are going to try our best to execute.
Yeah, steps are being taken. That's important. So the league announced a deal with the Fanatics earlier this week. So what does that mean for the fans, especially those outside of the U.S.?
So this is a huge deal.
Right.
I think there's a lot of even sports fans that don't know who Fanatics is. But they're really an amazing company. They are going to. What I'm excited about is, I think, merchandise and all of the things that we did in season 1. I think it was a great start. But there's so much more that we can do. And what I want to make sure is that if you're an Overwatch League fan, no matter where you live in the world, that you have access to buy the jersey you want, the keychain you want, whatever it is that we're selling, that you're able to get that. You're able to buy it online. You're able to find it. You're able to get it shipped to you. That's what Fanatics is going to enable for us. I think it's going to be. It's really a landmark deal for esports to have a company that, if you've recently bought a jersey from NFL, MLB, NBA, all that goes through them. And the fact that Overwatch League is now going to be supported by a world-class company like Fanatics, it's something we should all be super stoked about.
That's accessibility.
It's accessibility. It's hugely important, and I think it's going to be a great deal for everybody.
All right, well, one more question for you, Nate. What is the one thing that you want the fans to know going into the 2019 season? So
the number one thing is that we're listening. I'm listening. I mean, take a minute. I know you're probably busy writing Justice for Reinforced right now on Twitch chat. Just take a step away. Think about what we're up to, what we've announced around the schedule, and send us your feedback. I think in season 1, I driving a lot of the product design, we made some mistakes for sure. If anyone remembers stage 1 finals when London played 3 games in one day, right? And we said, maybe that is not the best format. Let's maybe change that. So I think the team did an awesome job of constantly iterating throughout the inaugural season. And you'll see we've made a lot of changes going into 2019. And so our commitment to our fans is that we're going to constantly try to improve the Overwatch League. We may not get things right, but let us know if things aren't working, and we're going to try our best to make this a league that everyone can be proud of, and you're going to be proud of to be a fan.
Hey, man, why you have to hit me in the heartstrings with the reinforcement? But I will say, man.
I just talked to Johnny the other day. I think
yeah.
we'll see Johnny again someday.
We'll see him, for sure. And one thing I have to say is it's very much appreciated how transparent you have been with us, you know, sitting down and talking to us about everything. I think the fans at home definitely appreciate that. My feet fell out. But anyways, Nate, thanks so much for stopping by. We cannot wait until the 2019 season to get that going.